manslaughter, airstrikes and hijacking, previous experience in demolition, hand-to-hand combat, tank commanding, and senseless violence is a must.
Got a better plan?
We will attack them head on!
Listen up, we got some Krauts to kill.
Get that vehicle! Boom! Need some real destruction. Angels of death, come on!
Someone had to sail off bullets.
Okay, moving on.
They're in for a hell of a surprise. I've had meatballs with more bite than that.
Say your prayers, cause you coming with me.
Stick 'em like pigs!
Let loose the dogs of war!
Make 'em cry, boys! They got me!
Lock and load.
Fire! I got this stuff!
You're my friend, so I'll let you have it. But as your friend, I beg you not to use it. He'll get the job done. He always does. Nothing can stop him. Anything between him and his target goes down. But you can't call him off. There's no do-over. No timeout.
You don't want to kill me, 47. I'm just like you.
Blood can't be unspilled. Once Once you call that number, blood is on your hands.
Just in. Unconfirmed reports of an accident at Southland Park.
I can't find my boy!
Hundreds of family members gathered outside the deserted park today to commemorate the
disaster
second
is now
anniversary
up
of
to 40
the
people.
Southland
At
Park
least
tragedy.
two-thirds of
Pending
them
a
children.
full investigation of the park's safety
Authorities
procedures.
report at least 30 deaths and close to 100
5 years
injuries.
since the tragedy closed the gates of Southland Park, but new evidence
Is
in the
claiming
form-
malicious prosecution and believes
Says
he'll be
he spent
vindicated
every
at last.
penny of his
The
fortune
so-called
defending
Legal
himself
Eagles
from these
Dream
lawsuits.
Team, defending Southland Park owner Joe
There were people flying everywhere. Body parts.
and the victims'
Blood. Oh
families
my
have
God.
vowed to appeal the decision.
Cleared of all charges.
Come, have a cup of tea, hon. Sitting in the dark won't bring him back, sweetheart.
I would like to place an order.
This training level will introduce to you the various skills and techniques required to effectively undertake the missions ahead. The action menu is displayed in the upper left corner of the screen. Actions that can be performed and their corresponding buttons are displayed here. The bars in the lower left corner represent, starting from the left, health status, visibility, and tension. The icon in the lower right corner displays the currently equipped item and its ammo status. Displayed at the top of the screen, the headlines will offer suggestions on what to do next. The exclamation mark appears every time new information is present. Press the briefing button to enter the information menu at any point. Use the left thumbstick to move around the environment. Some obstacles and walls can...
Welcome to the States, 47. This should be a straightforward operation. We need you to penetrate an abandoned amusement park, locate the owner, and take him out. The target is a Joseph Clarence, also known as Swing King. An accident involving one of the rides at the park a few years back forced him to close it down. Our client has made a special request that the photograph you have in your possession be the last thing the target sees. Mr. Clarence has somehow become involved with a narcotics distribution ring, so the park may still have some amusements. Enjoy the ride, 47.
What the fuck you looking at, cracker?
I'm here to see Joseph Clarence.
Never heard of him.
Mr. Swing King?
Oh, that sorry-ass dickhead. What the fuck they call you?
Names of our friends, so I don't need one.
To enter the inventory, press and hold the inventory button. Equip a coin from the inventory. To throw the coin, click and hold the
Hold up! Hey! Stop that son of a bitch!
Equip a coin from the inventory. To throw the coin,
Looks okay. I don't see nothing over here. You mean you don't see anything? Whatever, man. Smash that fucker! Oh! I don't know. Yeah, sure. Whatever you want. That's good. It doesn't sound sincere, but it's good. Because you're about to be Help! Help me! Help! Help me!
jump from one balcony or platform to another by walking up to the railing and then pushing forward.
those lazy bastards go.
I can get the money, sweetie. It's as good as mine already. Mr. Spook's got it. We'll open the park. It'll be like old times. No, just a few more days. You gotta believe me. Don't say that, sunshine. Mr. Spook's gonna come through, baby. He's good for the money. I won't sign the papers. I won't. You gotta give me one more chance. You gotta. Baby cakes? Sunshine? Hello?
Stand next to and face the hatch on the elevator roof. Equip the fiber wire and press the action button to strangle and pull up the character below. With a handgun equipped, stand behind a victim and press the action button to take the victim as a human.
Like they say, the longer they come, the longer they kiss. Oh! You let his ass go and we'll...
It's been a while now, Scoop, and I was just wondering where we were on the whole money thing.
Were you?
Yeah, see, the thing is, if you remember, you know what we agreed to was it'd just be a short while and you'd pay in cash, and I know what the pressures you were under must be, but the deal is a deal, and I was hoping, maybe you could just pay what we agreed on, even though you've been here for, heck, more than twice as long as we agreed to, but just pay the original amount and move on. Not right away necessarily, but, you know, I'd appreciate it.
No.
Equip the sniper suitcase via the inventory to unpack. Run or walk against the drain pipe to
Depends who's unwrapping me.
God damn, girl. I'd have your fine ass unwrap before you can say, who's that handsome?
Who the hell are you? How'd you get in here? Carol Ann!
My client has hired me to show you this photograph.
I don't understand.
My client has asked me to ensure it's the last thing you ever see. Please, look at the photograph, Mr. Clarence.
Please. Haven't I suffered enough? Don't you think
You know, I don't like uninvited guests. I was gonna bust a cap in his ass quick. But I remember what you were saying about playing it cool, yo. And I tried to play it cool. But the traffic got by me. That all. I see. It was my orders.
name's Dave Jones. I'm the creative director at Real Time Worlds, and I'm going to tell a little bit about a new game we're working on, Crackdown. It's a big freeform city-based game, which we've had some experience of developing in the past, and we want to do something on next gen. We really wanted to make it so that the freeform, the sandbox stuff in the game was a real main integral part of the game. The backstory to the game is basically we have this very large city called Pacific City, which is basically overridden with crime. Basically, normal police forces they've given up hope. It's just impossible that, really crime-ridden, infected cities. So we have this this new force set up called the Agency, which is sort of last bastion of trying to get law and order back into the city. The job of an agent that works for the Agency is really to try and clean up an entire city. So every player plays the game differently, and therefore, if you see how your friends played after a couple of days or something, his character's can be very different to your character. He's going to have access to very different equipment. Physically, he's going to look very different as well, because everything that you level up physically impacts your character as well, in quite a profound way. The 21 kingpins in Crackdown are effectively your objectives, to find them and then take them down. Well, everything in the game is physical, so that's one of the things we wanted to do. We want to get away from this distinction of some things you can interact with, some things you can't, which we've always been hampered with. So in this game, if you blow a car up, everything that comes off that car you can physically pick up, and you can use it in ways that you think you can. So basically, if you're shooting from behind a car door that's open, you can then rip the door off the car and walk forward and use that as a shield. And when you're close enough, you can then throw it at the guys and actually use it as a weapon. Most of the freeform stuff is actually tied into the Xbox Live achievements. So with achievements, we were given 50 things we can reward the player for. And that's great, because that's really what Sandbox is about, is people do this stuff in the game. They love doing it, they love sitting down with their friends, and you find that people just tend to come up with little challenges for them and their friends. So you tried this is really cool. So for example, one of ours is we have a very good targeting system in the game. It's quite unique. And one of the things we can do, for example, is when you shoot somebody with a rocket launcher, they tend to go pretty high. We tend to exaggerate things in games, and we've seen people sitting there for hours trying to find out who can keep a person or a dead body above the ground for as long as possible with a rocket launcher. And it's timed, and eventually, somebody will have that, and that becomes an achievement. It's posted onto Live. We can have the top, 20 people, and the times that they've managed to keep somebody in the air for. So we're looking at what we're doing is looking at what people enjoy doing in the sandbox, and really just making those into achievements. It's full co-op in the whole single-player experience, and that was one of the big goals for us. Is we'd love to have, we've always wanted to do like a co-op experience in a big free-form open-based game like this. So at any point you can invite a friend in. If you're stuck on a particular scenario or something, you're finding one of the guys just too tough to take down, or you can even just play the whole game start to finish, with a friend if you wanted to. Then you can come in, and obviously with if he's got complementary different skills to you, then once again the sort of compound effect of those skills, can become a lot of fun. What 360 gave us was, like I said, the power to do things like the AI, to really increase the size of the cities, to give you tremendous vistas when you're up high, because obviously this game is about, say, going up the way and then just looking down and raining fire down on lots of people below you. Live, obviously, there's lots of features that we can start to do with Live. One of the features in the game is something called absorption, where you can actually create multiple characters. So you may say, I've built this guy, I've had fun playing for a while, I want to actually create another character and try different skills. So you can actually start to make multiple characters and just try the game out from different angles effectively. But one of the things we allow you to do is effectively to absorb other characters for a short amount of time that you've made onto the one you're playing just now. Okay, so for 15 seconds, you basically get the skills of one you've created added to yours. Not only that, you can, if you've got friends who are playing the game and they've got characters, they can actually, over Live, give you access to their characters for absorption. So if you're coming to a really hard part and say, I could really do with a really boosting sort of, driving skill to make this jump, you've got a friend on, he can actually say, yeah, no problem, I've got a high level, driving character, here he is, send him to you, and you can actually absorb him. So you get this sort of, trading of characters going on. So thanks for letting me tell you about Crackdown. We hope it's going to be a lot of fun when it comes out towards the end of 2006, and if you buy it, I really hope you enjoy it.
Rated M for mature. Rated M for mature. We're looking for a few good men to lead a dangerous commando mission behind enemy lines to hunt and destroy a oxygen. You must share an extreme passion for firearms, vehicular manslaughter, airstrikes, and hijacking. Previous experience in demolition, hand-to-hand combat, tank commanding, and senseless violence is a must.
Got a better plan?
Vehicle attacks them head on! Listen up, we got some crowds to kill.
Get that vehicle! Boom! Need some real destruction. Angels of death, come on!
Someone had a sale on bullets.
Okay, moving on.
They're in for a hell of a surprise. I've had meatballs with more bite than that.
Say your prayers, because you're coming with me.
Stick up like pigs. Let's loose the dogs from the wall.
Make them cry, boys. They got me.
Lock and load.
Fire! I got this scum! Attack!
Rated T for Teen.